Hey family, Dr. Jackie here, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning visitor, if you're a returning family, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell in the corner also, so that you'll be notified when I post new content and when I go live. So let's get right into today's topic because I have a lot of thoughts about what we're going to be talking about today, and I wanted to share those thoughts with you. And if you are interested in this content, if in this topic, then I think you'll be in for some eye-opening ideas. For those of you who are single and you choose to remain single, whether it's for a lifetime or whether it's for a season, hey, I think you'll be interested in what I have to say. Now, let me just put out a disclaimer. I'm not anti-relationships. I'm not anti-marriage. I've been married. I've been in a series of relationships. And what I've learned, the life lessons that I've learned, are what I'm going to share with you today. And these are just five. I have a lot more, but today I'm going to be talking about five of the reasons that I choose for this season in my life to remain single. I'm talking about it from a healthy point of view, not from any, bitterness or anger or, heartbreak or anything like that, because I honestly believe that there's a reason for every season in our lives. And if you find yourself single at this particular time, I think it's beneficial to you to maximize the season that you're in, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married, divorced, whatever. It's important for your sanity and for your well-being overall to maximize the season that you're in. So I'm talking to singles today, and from my perspective, 5 reasons why I choose to remain single. Number one, peace of mind. I'm telling you, there is nothing like being able to sleep at night knowing that you're not being cheated on, knowing that you're not being lied to, knowing that you're not being manipulated, knowing that you're not a placeholder for someone who is just passing by or passing through, but being able to know that, hey, I know where everything is, everything has a place in my life, and I can go to sleep at night knowing that I have that and have a peace that surpasses all understanding. So for me, my number one reason for being single at this particular point in my life, for this season of my life, is that I value my peace. I value my peace. Now, I've been in situations before in relationships, and I'm sure you've heard it before, especially, I'm speaking from a woman's point of view. And a lot of men say that they're looking for, a woman who's going to help them have peace. I'm looking for my peace. I want to come home. I want to come home to a peaceful home. I want to have a peaceful relationship. Da. When you translate that, they want to be able to do what they want to do and you not have an issue with it. That's really what that boils down to. You know, the majority of people, the majority of relationships, and especially the ones that I've been in, and I'm sure many of you listening can relate to this also, when a man says that he's looking for a woman to be his peace, he's looking for a woman to be able to be okay with whatever he does and not bring it up or not argue with him about it, or just, hey, let him cheat in peace, let him run the streets in peace, let him do whatever he wants to do, just be his peace. When really what all of us need and what all of us owe to ourselves, whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, is to give yourself the opportunity to experience peace, because peace comes from within, not from being with someone who's going to keep their mouth shut so that you can run the streets and do whatever you want to do. That's not peace. That's manipulation. That's someone being scared to speak up. That's someone that's okay with being devalued. And so for me, peace of mind is one of the number one reasons why I choose to remain single, because I know that when I do get into a relationship, whenever that happens, if it happens at some point in the future, I have to already know how to master having peace of mind. Peace of mind is not something you can bring to another person. Peace of mind is something that you have within. And if you are fortunate enough to be in a relationship or find a relationship with someone who also understands that peace is an internal job, then hey, kudos. You're batting with 1,000. So I know for me in this season of my life, I have to master that. And so for me, my number one reason for being single is that I can experience what it truly means to have peace of mind. Number two, my reason for remaining single at this point is that I refuse to be in a rotation. I refuse to be in rotation. Now, statistics show that women outnumber men by 6 or 7 to 1 currently. Single women outnumber single men, from 6, by 6 to 1. In other words, there are a whole lot more women out here than there are guys and men. And for many of us who have experienced this, if you're in a quote unquote relationship, with someone who's single, then chances are you're in some type of rotation, whether you realize it or not. Because I can guarantee you that, and I'm speaking from a woman's point of view, I'm sure guys, you have your own perspective, but as a woman, and I know a lot of women can relate to this, you are one of several women that he's talking to. Now, you may be the only one that he's sleeping with, or you may be one of 2 that he's sleeping with, if you're fortunate. But that does not mean that he's not in somebody's DM, that there's not some friend that he knows and for whatever reason can't get with her because either she's married or, she lives in another state, or they've never met, but they talk, quote unquote. And yeah, they might have never slept together, but they talk about what it would be like to sleep together, but yeah, he's your man, right? He's supposed to be your guy. You're supposed to be in a relationship with him. And that may be true from his perspective. But the truth of the matter is that you've been placed in some type of rotation. And most women can relate to this because they know what I'm talking about. And for me, I just refuse to be in rotation. So I've taken myself out of that whole equation by choosing to remain single at this particular point in my life. So number one, my peace of mind. Number two, I refuse to be in rotation. And number three, personal development. Personal development. You work on yourself when you're single, right? Being single is not a curse. It's not, something to be looked down on. In fact, I know a lot of people who are married who would love to be single right now. To be honest, I mean, I have married friends and I have single friends. And I know a lot of married people who would prefer my situation, to be quite honest. Why? Because there's that personal development, right? I can do what I want in terms of what I think is best for me, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Things that I like to do, like I like to get up early in the morning and run. I like to get up and work out. I like my space in a certain way. I like quietness. I like to be able to watch documentaries back to back. I like to binge watch certain things. And my experience is that if I'm in a relationship, well, why are you watching that? Why do you watch the news? Or why, I don't have that to deal with, right? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but for me right now, personal development is all about becoming the best version of Dr. Jackie I can be, so that at some point in time, if I'm in a relationship, I bring that fullness of who I am to the relationship. So number one, peace of mind. Number two, I refuse to be in rotation. Number three, I value my personal development. And number four, my professional growth. Hey, I'm ambitious. All right. Yes, I have a doctorate degree, but I'm still learning and I'm still growing and I'm still building and I'm still very much entrepreneur minded. Right. And so being able to do that without any hindrances or without someone thinking that it's too much or being intimidated by, the fact that I have a PhD or whatever. Not saying that I lead with that, but what I'm saying is that I like to reach for greater. I like to reach higher, and I have set ambitious goals for myself. So being able to do that without any hindrance, without any distraction, is what I value right now at this season in my life. Now, I think it's so sad that so many men, especially, and I can say from, from a woman's perspective, so many men are intimidated by women who have PhDs or who have ambition because to be quite honest, many of them have not achieved their goals. And so because they haven't achieved their goals, they're intimidated by you because you have. Now, you may be fortunate enough to meet someone who is just as ambitious as you. And if you do, and when you do, and I hope to at some point, then that's going to be, you bringing, both of you bringing value to the table. But I refuse to date down. I refuse to dumb down. And I refuse to limit or put a lid on my abilities to succeed just because someone else has not maximized their potential. Don't allow someone who has not maximized their potential cause you to hinder yours. So my fourth reason for remaining single at this point, professional growth. Number one, peace of mind. Number two, I refuse to be in rotation. Number three, my personal development. And number four, my professional growth. Now, my fifth reason for remaining single at this particular point in my life is very, very simple. I mean, it's very elementary. And it's really because what I've found and what I've learned in my life, and I've had my share of relationships. I've been married, I've been single, I've been divorced. What I found in all of those seasons is that I am truly happier being single than I am when I'm in a relationship. Wow. I actually came to that epiphany over the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm actually happier when I am not in a relationship. I don't know what it is about when I'm in a relationship, and I do know what it is. I've been doing relationships wrong because I've been dating down. But what makes me happy is being able to be truly who I am and not having to be what someone else wants me to be so that they can be happy. I have got to be able to understand what it means to be happy and do what makes me happy and be happy, genuinely happy for my own sanity and for my own sake. And I refuse to become someone else just so that someone else can have a version of what they want out of me. I have to be totally and completely and authentically me in every aspect of my life. I'm not going to put on a mask. I'm not going to dumb myself down. I'm not going to placate or be some version of myself just to appease someone else. And it's not true to who I am. I have to be authentic and I have to be truly who God has called me to be. So there you have it. My 5 reasons for being single at this particular point in my life. Number 1, peace of mind. Number 2, I refuse to be in a rotation. Number 3, my personal development. Number 4, my professional growth. And number 5, I'm just happy. I'm happier being single than I am in a relationship. So if you can relate to any of these reasons, then comment below and let me know what your reasons are if you choose to be single at this particular point in your life. And I'd love for you to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell up in the corner so that you'll be notified when I post new content and when I go live. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think about today's content. If you're single, what are your reasons for being single? Maybe you can relate to what I've shared. Or maybe you have more that you can add on to this list. Like I said, this is just 5 reasons. I can go on, but for purposes of this video, I wanted to keep it short and sweet. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're single, what are your reasons for being single? And what advice would you give to someone who's, in the same relationship situation as you, or relationship season in their life as you? If you're single, then why are you single? Do you choose to be single, or do you feel like you have no choice but to be single at this point, given the modern dating scene, right? So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you on dating sites? Have you or divorced yourself from dating sites like me? So yeah, I want to know what you think. And again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And be sure to come back next time when I have additional content to share. And I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for being a part of our YouTube family. And until next time, God bless, and y'all take good care.